All right, guys, this was unfortunate. I did not know that my shit was not recording, but nothing really significant has happened whatsoever. We pretty much consolidated for the majority of Asian session and London session until we had this London session sweep, and then we came down and swept out these lows, and then we started getting legs up. I didn't really have any strong bias for the day. We just swept out London session highs on ES. Something that I did want to talk about, the bias from yesterday was correct. We did want to have Drake candles down to this low right here, this low right here, this low right here, and this low right here. It looks like we want to see a bit of profit taking until we come down to this last low, and then potentially this new week opening gap would be great as well. We're currently above these highs. I probably am not going to take a trade today, just to keep it completely honest with you guys. On NASDAQ on the high time frame, though, it's kind of annoying because I already talked about literally all of this and just I thought I was recording. But on NASDAQ, I don't really think that we're going to come down to these lows, or this new week opening gap just because of how strong we've been holding up here. And this is technically, it looks like a high time frame retrace. Like if we go to the daily, we can see that we formed like down candles and made a higher low. So I think that this will be like a solid low on NASDAQ. ES is just getting a lot more movement to want to take out these. And again, I actually already mentioned this to my blueprint students yesterday, saying that we wanted to come down, take out these lows, and these lows would be good targets for today. Unfortunately, we're not really seeing too much good action down to those lows, especially because they got hit overnight. So coming into today, we're above these Asian and London session highs right now. But and then we just came up on NASDAQ and took out this pretty much like final drawn liquidity before all of these highs up here. I don't really I don't know. Let's see what price is doing. Yeah, I don't really want to take shorts here just because it's pretty much like catching a fucking, I guess, not falling knife, but rising knife in this scenario. Because this very well could just be a 5-minute retrace. I think I'm just not going to take any trades. We had unemployment claims come out today. I thought that was going to give us better price action. Everyone's been complaining, saying, oh, we have bad price action. We have bad price action. I've been seeing people talk about blowing their live accounts, people losing their fundeds over the price action this week. Luckily, I've been able to stay in profit. I've been able to, I'm up like $6,000 on the week, but it's not, it's not. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, when you have bad price action like this, I think that's what fucked up a lot of people and why a lot of people were like blowing live accounts, blowing their funded accounts. It's because you have to understand that every single day is different in the market. So if we think about the last 2 weeks where I absolutely crushed it, was putting pretty heavy risk on in the market. And on top of that, I was winning a whole bunch of trades. Market was moving in our favor. Obviously, it could be super easy for someone to, wow, and then price is tanking right now. I'm not going to get FOMO on that shit, though. I'm completely fine sitting today out. But it's for some people, it would make sense for them to get like super freaking hyped up and get overconfident and then just start immediately risking more come the next week, especially after having a really good 2 weeks in a row. But that's what ends up killing traders. What kills traders is overconfidence when they have good weeks, and then boom, the market comes through, slaps them in the fucking face. And I have so many experiences like this. So for me, I pretty much treat every single day like a fucking new day. So yes, did I absolutely crush it the last 2 weeks in trading? Yeah, 100% I did. But you guys have seen coming into this week, how have I been risking? How have I been trading? I've been de-risking. I've been not taking as many trades. Today I'm not going to trade. And I've been sticking to my overall plan versus these other people who, just respectfully probably don't have as much experience within the market. They're super overconfident because they've been crushing it the past 2 weeks because the market was just moving smoothly, moving in our favor. And then what happens when they come in like guns blazing with this week? Boom, the market humbles them. And in turn, they have just like a whole bunch of losses to show for it. Luckily, I'm still break even on the week. And I'll probably end up, I'm not sure. I'll see what Price wants to do tomorrow. But honestly, I would be kind of fine like just sitting out the rest of this week for real. And yeah, like that's kind of my thought process with everything. So like, yeah, regardless of me having a really good last 2 weeks, that's one thing. But then the other thing is me not being fazed by that, not getting overconfident, not increasing risk just because I had 2 good weeks in a row. Typically, when you get on a winning streak, what is the only thing that could potentially follow a winning streak? At least one loss. So you'd kind of be dumb to be increasing risk during a winning streak because eventually that winning streak is going to be over and the market's going to humble you. So that's pretty much exactly what I was thinking, just because that has happened to me so many freaking times within the market where I'll go on a winning streak, I'll be trading really well, and then I'll purposely de-risk like the following week or the following day after a really big day or a really good week, because I know that the market is just eventually going to humble me. Whether I go on and win on those de-risk trades or not, I would much rather win and still make money than have the potential to lose a whole bunch of money. The risk to reward just doesn't make sense, especially when it has the potential to wipe out all the profits that you just made that came from that winning streak in the first place. So kind of a short one today. I'll go ahead and just because I know people are going to be on my fucking ass about this shit. Probably saying that I took trades and just didn't want to show the shit. So here you go. Let me show this shit to you guys. 0 trades taken for the day. 0 closed positions, 0 open positions. No trades for a guy like me. I'm just going to go ahead and upload this. If you guys were able to catch longs, good for you. And yeah, we'll see what the market brings to us tomorrow. I really hope that we can start picking shit up, especially because this week was just chop central, dude. There was not very many clean setups, but again, that's just how the market goes. The market isn't always going to move in our favor, and a lot of people think that it is always just supposed to move smoothly and in our favor. It's dumb. So that being said, I appreciate y'all. Peace.